If you are like me, juggling a busy career and the chaos of life, then today's video is for you. You know how hard it is to keep everything organized, stay productive, and actually feel balanced. Today, I'm sharing 5 top AI tools that help me do exactly the same. These are secret weapons that I use in my everyday life to manage work, family, and my sanity without leaking my private stuff or private information. Whether you are a tech pro or just starting to dip your toes into AI, these tools are simple, they are practical, and most importantly, they respect your privacy. So let's dive right in. So, the first tool, and you might not have heard about it often, that I use is Ohai.ai. Now, this is not your typical AI chat tool. It's more like having a personal assistant who actually remembers everything for you. For me, as a working parent, it's a game changer. I use Ohai to journal quick thoughts, track how I'm feeling about my work life balance, and reflecting without digging into endless notes. I use it to manage my schedule, I use it to meal prep, I use it to identify my grocery list, and I also use it to manage my various calendars, work, personal, and kids' school. And the best part with using Ohai.ai that I feel is that it remembers what I did, what I did in April, what I did in May. And with that, it kind of brings together a holistic view for me as opposed to a very specific, just in time view. I can use prompts like help me reflect where I spent most of my energy this month, work, family, or me time. Or I can ask it what kind of groceries did I buy last week. It kind of brings it all together for me, and that's the most important part that I like about Ohai.ai. I can blend in various aspects of my life to get a comprehensive view of how I want to manage my next month or my next week. The best part about it is that everything is completely private, so I feel comfortable about sharing my data with Ohai.ai and let it manage some of the critical aspects of my life. The next AI tool that I want to talk about is over talked about, but I think underutilized, and that's ChatGPT. But I use it more than just an assistant. I use it also as a clarity coach to help me communicate better and plan smarter. For work life harmony, here are some of the prompts that I use. Write a polite email to decline a late night meeting request without sounding rude to my coworkers. Give me a script that sets boundaries with a client who texts too often. And how do I talk to my manager about shifting priorities without seeming overwhelmed? All these ideas that ChatGPT provides me in my tone help me work smarter and build relationships in a better way at work and in personal life. I also use ChatGPT to confidently summarize for meetings or write my achievements in a way that it's more impactful for career growth. Heads up, do not put any confidential company information in ChatGPT. Think of ChatGPT as a smart friend, but not your private file cabinet. And that's the most important thing to remember over here. Another AI tool that I have extensively used in last 6 months is Notebook LM. I love this tool. I absolutely love this tool. And it's specifically great when I have to look at large pieces of data and kind of bring it together and concise it or summarize it such that important points are not lost. Also, I learn a little differently. I like to not always read the content. I like to listen to the content, and I use the podcast ability or turning that content into a podcast with AI generated voice. By the way, AI generated voice is really great in Notebook LM. I totally love it. What Notebook LM does is it converts that whole piece of content into an interactive podcast that I can listen to and get all the insights without having to spend time staring at the notes or a long piece of document on my screen. Here's how I use Notebook LM. I provide the URL of the document or the piece that I'm reading, or I'll upload the long document. I'll ask it to summarize, but I'll also ask it to generate an audio summary for me. And then I kind of combine all different formats to learn. What I've also been using Notebook LM extensively of late is to convert my life leadership and business newsletter articles into an interactive podcast that others can listen into as well. I'll add a link of some of these Notebook LM generated podcasts for some of my articles in the description so that you can test it out and you can let me know how effective it is. Now, from a security perspective, Notebook LM knows only what you upload, so your information pretty much stays safe. But just a heads up, if you deal with sensitive corporate data, make sure to keep a sanitized version before you upload it. Next one that I want to talk about is the one that I also use extensively, and it's called Canva Magic Studio. Now, use Canva as your creative sidekick. That's how I use it. For those of you who know that I do not like creating PowerPoints. And at times I need to create something creative and I want to create it fast. Whether it's a work presentation or social media posts, I use Canva. I use Canva also to design all my thumbnails now. So everything that you see on my videos as a thumbnail is created in Canva. I use Canva to write my titles that are creative. I also leverage Canva to create some of the Instagram posts or the YouTube posts that I put out. It's also great for creating small video snippets and provides you default audio that's available for free, royalty free. So you can add it to your videos to make them more appealing to your audience. And then the next one that I want to talk about is Google Gemini and also the personalized gems. With Google Gemini, what I've done is I've created my own personalized gems. Gems are little prompts that you write and save so that you can use it repeatedly without having to write the whole instruction again. Think of these gems as your AI helpers that are tuned to your voice, your values, your daily needs, and kind of understand you a little bit better so that you don't have to start writing the prompts from scratch every time you have to use Gemini. Here is a peek at some of my favorite gems. I use it to set 3 intentions based on my wins and challenges. I also use it for writing my affirmations for a hectic week. And I also have a personalized gem specifically based on this channel so that it helps me identify what are the trending topics, what does my audience want for me so that I can bring those nuggets of information for you. And what these personalized gems do for me is they take away the mundane, they kind of take away that scrapping through the internet, finding the trending topics and everything, and give me something that's more usable for me so that I can really focus my time and energy in creating these videos for you as opposed to doing all that upfront work of researching. And it's my personal opinion that if you're juggling your career and your personal life, these tools can really come in handy. They can become your best friends, especially when it comes from a perspective of privacy and ease of use. And the best part is that all these tools are available for free or have powerful free versions that let you get started immediately. I want to hear from you. Which tools are you excited to try? Drop your questions or your favorite AI tools in the comments. I would love to try those too. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips on thriving at work and at home. And hit that like button if you found this helpful. Share it with a friend and write a comment as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Till then, have a successful week. Bye-bye.